Welcome and thank you for watching this quick video training. My name is John Mackey and I am the A Group FirstDue representative and lead on the incident documentation module. For this training, I will be taking you through some new updates to the incident documentation module. We will also be discussing the new user interface and some upcoming future changes to fire reporting. There are many new changes coming to the FirstDue software. By the end of the month, fire reporting in FirstDue will have a fresh new look. There are some new features in the updated user interface. One of the major new features is improved responsiveness on iPads and mobile devices and a streamlined process to complete reports. To access reports, you will navigate to the fire incident list in the incident documentation module as you normally have. When you find the appropriate report, you click either the pencil or the play button to complete your report. Once you select the appropriate report, you will be automatically brought to the new user interface. One of the obvious changes is the new blue environment. At the top of your screen, you will see the header bar. On the top left is the FirstDue logo. Clicking this will allow you to access the other modules of FirstDue. As we move right across the top, we will see the call number, address information, and incident information. Next to incident information, we will see the helper icon. Clicking this will bump out the incident information to the side of your screen, and this can be pinned to follow you throughout the report. All the way on the right, you will see Save, Close, and Submit buttons. The FreshCAD Info button is also located in the header bar if needed. On the left side of the screen, you will see the report tabs that you're familiar with. They can be used to navigate through the fire report. I will briefly run through each tab and the required information you have to submit to complete your report. Most of the information in the response section will be automatically imported from Dispatcher CAD. Please take a moment to ensure that information is correct. If that information like times, addresses, etc. are not there, please try hitting the Refresh CAD Info button in the header bar. As in the past, required information has an asterisk next to the field name. These fields must be filled out for your report to be accepted. In the new user interface, to see options for a drop-down field, you will click the checklist icon in the field. This will bring up a list of selections you can choose. For the Response tab, the officer is responsible for the actual incident type found. The officer can also add information in the optional fields if appropriate. Some examples are EV blanket use and smoke detector installations. The apparatus section will show you all of the apparatus assigned to that incident by dispatch. You can click on the right button to go more in depth. Here you will find information like times, personnel, and your narrative. Under apparatus, you will find the response mode field. This must be selected to complete your report. The personnel should be automatically imported from the shift board, and you will see your crew listed there. Finally, the narrative tab is also in this section. You must fill out a narrative for every apparatus assigned to the incident. The aid given received field is also in this section and must be completed to submit your report. In the size up section, the weather information should be automatically imported. The officer completing the report is responsible for the property type where the incident occurred. Additional information in the optional fields can be added if appropriate. People involved. This tab allows you to easily import information on people involved in the incident. This is optional at this time, but can be helpful for the officer to document people involved in the incident. This section allows you to document firefighter injuries. Please do not use this. Injuries should be documented following our already established procedure. There is also a place to add treatment and medical information for patients. We are not using this at this time. The Operations tab goes over essentially what we did on scene. Using the drop-down box field, the officer must fill in what departmental actions were taken. You can select multiple, and this is required to complete your report. The Information tab is optional, but a good place for the officer to document any pertinent information on vehicle or equipment involved in an incident. If adding vehicle or equipment information, you can also associate that information with a specific person if you've previously completed the People Involved section. Please do not input any information as to fire cause or origin unless you're one of the fire marshals. Wrap up. This section displays all of the incident narratives in a single spot. At the bottom of the screen, it also shows the officer in charge and member completing the report. Payroll summary. This section will list all of the members responding to the current incident. This was in the old user interface but now has its own tab. It is not necessary for you to edit this tab when submitting your report. Attachments. The attachment section is a place for you to add additional media to your report. This may be pictures, PDFs, or anything that you feel needs to be included. You can take photos through the FirstDue app or upload your own using the Add button. NERIS is the National Emergency Response Information System. This is replacing NFIRS beginning January 1st, 2026. This is required of all fire departments in the United States. It is expected that due to different standards, different data will need to be inputted and collected. This will bring changes to our reporting. The FirstDue team is monitoring this and planning for this change. Training for the end users will be forthcoming as we get closer. There are many exciting new features coming in FirstDue. The new user interface will be the first immediate change, bringing a streamlined design and increased mobile compatibility. Down the line, as we get NERIS ready, some new features we are expecting is the increase in use of artificial intelligence, including voice dictation for completing reports. FirstDue is on the cutting edge of technology, and these new features will hopefully make your user experience easier and simple. We are expecting to debut the new user interface on January 27th, 2025. This will be an automatic switch and nothing will be needed to be done by you, the end user. I want to stress that with the new user interface implemented this month, we are not expecting a change to the required information needed to complete a report. Same info, different screens. We are expecting to implement the changes for NERIS sometime later in 2025. This will be done after extensive testing and training. With anything new, please expect some growing pains. If you have any issues, you can reach out to your crew's FirstDue representative or to me directly with any issues in the incident documentation module.